Today, what we want to talk about is reviews. How to get more reviews for your business, why it's important, what to do with those reviews. We might even be able to talk about how to handle negative reviews as well. So those are the things we're going to talk about today. If you have questions about getting reviews or handling challenges with reviews or those kinds of things, let us know. Mention us, use the comment sections on the different apps and talk with us, or use the hashtag SMRT TV, and we will do our best to answer those for you today as well. If I'm going to turn on that hashtag right now so I can do a search for it. So reviews are really important for your business. They make a huge difference in how people perceive your business. Okay, so it's very important to have lots of reviews out there for your business. The goal, of course, is to make sure that you are getting those reviews on a regular basis. Sometimes businesses look at reviews from a standpoint of, oh, I got to get a bunch of reviews. They'll go get a whole bunch of reviews really quick, and then they don't do anything about it for months. So it looks like you get 9 reviews, then you have nothing for a long time, then you get a bunch more reviews, and then nothing for a long time. And so the timing of those reviews is important, so you want to be a little bit more consistent at getting reviews on a regular basis. So as you're working with customers, you want to continue to work with them, not have this start and stop kind of thing, go in spurts as far as getting your reviews in. So you want to be very consistent on getting those reviews to come in for your business. That's a huge part of it, very, very important factor to use. Another thing that you want to look at too is to realize, why are people giving your business a review? There's really 2 kinds of reviews that you can get, a positive one or a negative one. Okay, if it's a neutral review, nobody's going to leave a neutral review. It's just not worth their time. So either they are praising you because you did something good, you're very happy and satisfied with your efforts to help them, or they're unhappy with what's going on and they're going to leave a negative review. Now, a negative review is something that the customer is more motivated to leave. Thanks everybody for joining us. We appreciate you guys being on with us today. We're talking about reviews. In fact, we're talking a bit about negative reviews right now. That negative reviews are something that people are motivated to leave on their own. They're unhappy, you didn't solve the problem that they had, you didn't help them, or you created new problems for that customer, and because of that, they are not happy with that, and so they want to tell people about their experience with you so that they do not have any problems in the future. Other people can be warned of doing business with you. So that's a big thing to look for, okay? Bad reviews aren't necessarily a bad thing to have. It's more about how you handle those reviews that makes a difference. So the first thing that you should do for your reviews is ask for them often. Very first thing that you should do. Make sure that you have a system in place that's helping you to ask for those reviews all the time. Every time you work with a customer, ask for those reviews. So think of how can you be asking for those reviews in your business. And it doesn't hurt to ask multiple times for those reviews as well. There's several ways you can put a system in place to help you in gathering reviews. One way to do it is to just ask them. At whatever the point of sale is, ask them. If it's an in-person sale, hey guys, would you mind going and leaving us a review? Oh yeah, sure, that'd be great. Okay, I would say that's the weakest form of asking for reviews, to just ask them to do it, because most likely people are not going to go do it just because you asked them to do it. They just won't. They'll forget, they'll get busy. If they have a good experience with you, you've solved their problem that they had, they don't have the problem anymore, so they're moving on with other stuff in their life. So realize that you need to encourage your customers to get those good reviews out there. Unless you totally blew them away and they can't wait to tell everybody about it, you need to be working with those customers to get more reviews coming in. So work with them, ask them to leave those reviews. Put an email out to them with links to the pages to do reviews is another good way to do it. This will help them because they're already either on their computer or at their mobile device, and they just have to tap the buttons and log in, and they can leave you the review. That's an effective way to do it, especially if it's an online sale, and so you're not dealing with your customers specifically, or personally I should say, then the email is going to be important. ask them and encourage them to leave that review for you. And have links. Put a link to your Google Plus page so you can get your Google reviews up. That's very important. That'll help with SEO. Facebook is a great place to leave a review also. Get more reviews on Facebook. You can use some of the other social sites out there if you'd like to encourage people to just go leave a post about your business, leave a review on there. If you are in the services industry, then using something like an Angie's List to get, if you have a profile there, ask for a review. If you're on Yelp, if you're a restaurant or a grocery store or other things, you have a Yelp account, you want to get reviews on there as well, would be really good. Yelp, by the way, is leveraged by iOS for when you do searches for restaurants or searches for things in the area, they use Yelp on iPhones to do that. So if you have a lot of iPhone users that are your customers, then Yelp's a good place to make sure you have some good reviews, because that's where they're pulling reviews in when they do reviews. So those are great places to have those reviews posted. Most people are going to post to one of those sites only. It's rare when they get to multiple sites, but encourage that. Okay, encourage them. Have those links in an email right to them is the best way to do it. That'll help a lot. So if you have questions about reviews, getting reviews, those kinds of things, handling reviews, let us know. That's what we're going to talk about today for our Smart TV episode. We appreciate everybody who's joining us and following along with us today. So in reviews, if you're asking for those reviews, okay, and it doesn't hurt to even have something at your point of sale to remind them of it. If they have multiple touch points where it encourages them to leave a review, they're more inclined to leave that review. That'll help them remember it more. Send them links in your email is going to be good as well to make sure that they can have those links. Just the less steps a customer has to take to leave the review, the better. That's going to make it so much better for you to get those reviews. So ask them several times. Be very proactive in doing that. If you want to, there is software out there that you can get, services that will help you get reviews. Oftentimes, like in Amazon, they usually have their own automated system to encourage reviews. Sometimes Yelp or Foursquare will ask for feedback because you've checked in at a location or you've been there. So that sometimes these apps and these services will help prompt that. But you want to be proactive yourself. There are services like Bird Eye is one that that you can use that will help you in automating those emails out and those things also. You can do some automation in other services like Constant Contact and MailChimp to encourage that. Build your own email automation system in place, get those reviews happening, get things going on. Infusionsoft is another way that a lot of people do that. If you have automated marketing systems, oftentimes they'll have a way to get reviews and feedback from your customers as well. So those are good to use. The other thing that you want to consider with your reviews is just ask for them all the time. This is a good type of post you should be putting out onto your social media sites, is ask for reviews. If you're connecting with your customers, if you are running ads like on Facebook to your customers, let's say you've got an email list or a phone number list of your customers, send them ads on Facebook and get every month or every week or whatever, whenever you get that new list of who are your new customers, shoot them out an email. By the way, thanks for doing this. Send them an ad on Facebook. Hey, come leave us a review. We'd love to hear from you. So there's other ways to connect with them. As they see this multiple times, they're more likely to leave that review for you. So that'll help a lot, a whole lot to get those reviews. People love them. They love to hear from your customers. That's the one thing that all consumers want that marketing never gives them is feedback. They want to know the real truth about doing business with you. That's why the recommendations system that Facebook has put in place is so powerful for businesses. We don't need to just randomly call businesses anymore for services. We don't need to hope we have a good service in place, because with that recommendation system, with even just how Facebook and social media is, we can leverage the wisdom of all of our customers, or not our customers, but all of our followers, and they can tell us and help us to know who should we hire, who should we not hire. So encouraging your customers is huge. One thing to do as well is to stay in touch with your customers. Continue to educate them with social media, work with them over time, because that'll help with your referrals. And then that'll help when those reviews and recommendations come up, then they will give those recommendations to you in the moment to their friends. So keep in touch with them. Use that long form strategy that we talked about last week to help keep your customers around your business. Build that social ecosystem for your customers to stay with you. Bad reviews is one thing that, like we talked about at the beginning, is people are motivated to leave a bad review. You don't need to prompt them at all. They'll leave the bad review because they're not happy and they want to warn other people about it and tell other people about their experience. Now, there are some people who purposely will put bad reviews out just because they want to be mean or malicious against your business. And there's not much you can do about those bad reviews. Sometimes you can report them or dispute them on those sites, but it's a bit of a lengthy process. Most of those services usually err on the side of the consumer and not the business. But there are ways that you can vet those or have those taken care of or deleted if they're fraudulent. But it is time consuming, and it's going to be up there for a while before it gets taken down. So just realize that. The best thing you can do really is just take care of your customer. Take care of your customer. They're so important. There's actually a news article that's been circling today through social media about Elon Musk. Somebody was mad because they went to a charging station. There's a very popular one in California, and there's always people parked in the stalls to charge, but their car charges, but they're still parked there. So they put out a tweet to Elon Musk and just said, hey, here's the problem, what's going on with this? And he said, you're right, that is a problem, we'll see what we can do. And within a week, he solved the problem. They have a new service now where you will be charged, your credit card will be charged if your car is fully powered up, but you leave your car in the charging station, then you'll get charged a little bit every minute you stay there. So it's going to motivate the Tesla owners to go move their car, get it out of the way so that somebody else can come in and charge. So that was great. He responded, he took care of it, he did it. So even though that was somewhat of a negative complaint, he handled it really well, okay? And that's huge for reviews. If you're a restaurant, if you're a service that sees lots of people quickly, then having a bad review isn't a bad thing at all for any business out there, really. But it's about responding to that review. That's what it comes down to. If you can respond to that review, if you can interact with them, move them off of the public spheres, public places, to talk with them about the problem or concern or whatever, deal with that, help them out, encourage them to go edit their review or update it with a positive review when you're done and they're satisfied, is great. A bad review that you can answer and work with is better than 10 good reviews. We did a video on this almost a year ago that talked about the value of these reviews. You can go back and watch it to get some more information on it. But that's really important. A bad review that you can answer and respond to is better than 10 good reviews. And the reason is that people know your business isn't perfect. Not every business has completely awesome days every single day. There's some days your business goes up, some days your business goes down. Sometimes there's unavoidable problems or situations that come up in your business. That's not the problem. The problem is how you respond and handle those situations. Those make a difference. So how you handle those reviews will really dramatically impact it, okay? I think Amy's Bakery is an example we've used in the past about reviews. That company, the bakery shop down in Arizona, that I don't think they're in business anymore, but they were on the Kitchen Nightmares and did a horrible job, and they got blasted on social, and they fought back on social against their followers, which just made them more mad and going, so that's just not good. So the best thing to do is make sure that you're getting good reviews and be consistent, always be asking for them, okay? If you get a bad review, one way to help with those bad reviews is to make sure you've got a lot more good reviews. If you're not asking for reviews, but you get a bad review, then you need to start asking. Get good reviews. As people will look at them and see, okay, well, there's a bad review, but here's 7 good reviews for this business. That helps, okay? Now, one of the bad things that you can do in getting reviews for your business is get your employees to write them. That is not a good thing to do, okay? Don't go out there and just try to load a bunch of reviews onto the review sites that are really, they're called fake reviews, okay? Now if you want your employees to go leave their opinion of working for you, okay, but they need to state they're an employee and this is their opinion. And most people are just going to discredit them just because they don't have, people are going to look at it and realize, okay, there's a vested interest in them doing a good review for you. So just realize that, okay? That's a bad way to go about doing it. There's an algorithm that has been developed that Yelp has been using to go find fake reviews, and then they delete them off your page. And some people have actually been sued because of those reviews. Yelp has gone after them and sued them for leaving a bunch of false reviews. So just realize that the more upfront and honest you are in those reviews, the better. Okay, always encourage your customers to leave reviews. Always give them multiple opportunities to leave the reviews. Send a couple of emails over a month's period or something to get those reviews coming in. Whatever you need to do that's not going to drive your customer crazy in encouraging those reviews. Those are going to be really good things to help you, okay? And always be getting those reviews. If they can see that you're getting a consistent review every so often, that makes people feel better. They start to wonder why there's no reviews in certain gaps. So if you keep them pretty consistent, that helps a lot. Makes a big difference in getting those good reviews coming in. If a bad review does come in, answer it. Work with them, make sure that they know what's going on, and move them off of the public sites to private email, private messaging, phone calls, in person, whatever, to solve that review, to solve the problem and deal with that, okay? And that's a really good way to do it. But always be asking, always be encouraging those reviews. Get people to work with them, and if you have a bad situation and get it taken care of, have them go back and leave a good review, leave an updated one. People love to see that. That helps you feel, that helps your business be seen as responsive and attentive to the customer, and people love that. They're willing to pay more for that kind of service. So you don't have to be the cheapest out there, especially if you have really good customer service, because people will love that you have good customer service, and they're willing to spend a little bit more to make sure they have a good experience. So those are some of the best tips on how to get reviews. You can use third-party services to get them. You can set up your own automation through MailChimp or Constant Contact or other sites to do it. You can use text messaging to get them, instant messaging. You can even set up a chat bot to go out and actually connect with people that way. There's a lot of ways to ask people for reviews, but the key is always be asking for them. Get those reviews to come in, encourage it. The more people you ask, the easier you make it to give you the review, the more reviews you're going to get to come in, okay? So, and make sure you're getting them on Facebook as well as getting some on Google, and if you have accounts on Angie's List or Yelp, make sure you're getting them on there. Sometimes you might need to spread it around. If you're getting tons of them on Facebook, consider encouraging more reviews on Google for a while. So spread them around. They will help you with your SEO. They will help you to get more people to understand your business and the value you bring to them. And it'll help you get feedback on your business as well. So reviews are very important. Always be asking for them. If you can, even get video testimonials from your customers that you can then share on the site. So it's not necessarily them posting it, but it's you capturing that information and posting it as a post on your sites. Maybe you have a page on your website that has lots of video testimonials that you've taken from your customers or whatever it is. But get them. People love to see what are your customers saying about you. What do they like about you? How do they feel about using your services? That'll make a huge difference on your business and how people are perceiving you. So we're about out of time. If anybody has any other questions about dealing with reviews, let me know. We'd love to answer your questions. If not, then we thank you all for joining us today for another episode of Smart TV. This is really fun for us to do. So we love helping you guys with your online marketing.